Hello, everyone. It's beautiful here in Lincoln. I decided to come to one of our parks in my city to come and do today's show. Yeah, it's so beautiful, so lovely, and I couldn't afford not to come to the park. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all staying safe and just enjoying the beauty of life. I know some people may be going through some tough times, but I just wanted to know that so far there is life, there is hope. And I want you to hang in there, hang in there. Don't lose courage. You are going to skate through in Jesus' name. Well, to those who are viewing me for the first time, this is Modupe Olakunle-Olabode. People call me Dupe for short. I'm the owner of this page. I'm a wife. I'm an accountant. I am a successful digital business owner. I volunteer. I love to use my skill to help people. It gives me bubble when I'm able to put smiles into people's faces. Honestly, it just gives me joy. And every Thursday, I do come with tips depending on any topic that I just felt I should share that week. And I come with 7 tips around any topic I'm sharing that week. And today, I need to adjust myself so that I can see it properly. And I need to hold on my stuff because it's a little bit windy. I hope you can all hear me. And today, I will be talking about you deserve to be happy. Honestly, we deserve to be happy. And one thing I want us to know that happiness is not based on happiness. It's not when we have all material things, then we'll be happy. Try those who have material things, yet they're still lonely. Happiness is something that you have to be conscious about. It's something of the heart. It's something you have to decide for yourself that no matter what is going on in my life, I'm going to be happy. I'm going through a lot of stuff. I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, and I think it's based on that experience that I have. That's why I'm coming on every Thursday to share my own experience and how all these tips has helped me live my life, and I'm still standing. And so I just want you to know that we all deserve to be happy because when we lose our joy, we lose our strength. When we lose our strength, we lose our stability. When we lose stability, then we lose our purpose. And you know what? We become useless to ourselves and even to the community at large. So that's the reason why happiness is not based on happening; it's based on yourself and the way you respond to situation and circumstances. One thing the Bible says: nothing is new in the half. Things happens. Many things happen in the world. Some we can control, some we can't control. The one we can control, good for us. Let's do whatever we can do to protect our happiness. But the one we can't control, and that's what I want to try and share today. Those that we can't control, we have to be able to devise means of be able to protect ourselves, protect our joy, uh, be able to protect our happiness, to be able to say, what, in spite of I'm going through in my life, I'm going to stay happy because in your happiness lies your strength. In your happiness lies your solution. Because when you are down, you can't think properly, you can't think well. So I just have some few tips. The sun is now on now. It's just lovely. It's just lovely. I have 7 tips today to share on how to protect our joy. This is what I do on a regular basis, honestly, and I'm still standing, and I know I'll continue to stand by the grace of God. So the first tip is be aware that it is your responsibility to stay happy. Nobody can make you happy, to be honest. To be honest with ourselves, you know there are a lot of selfish people out there. Even sometimes we too, we are selfish with ourselves. But you need to be aware. That's the first thing. That my husband cannot make me happy. Yeah, he can do things that makes me feel joyful. But what's when he does things that doesn't make me happy? What will I do? So does that mean he own my happiness, then I will stay grumpy down? No. But I need to be aware. Yeah, if my husband or your kids, your colleagues, anything, anybody around you they do things that gives you joy, so be it. Glory be to God. But when it is otherwise, do you want to stay grumpy and allow that to take away, to sap your strength, sap your joy? So I felt the first thing we need to know in order for us to stay happy is it is our responsibility to stay happy. We need to know that. The second tip is distance yourself from bad vibes. I just need to read what I wrote here down. I said, as much as it depends on us, let us distance ourselves from people and environment that constantly bring sad emotion. There are so, honestly, there are many people out there. They are paranoia. They just want to sap your joy, no matter how you try as much as possible to make them happy or to help them. They just want to sap your joy. Honestly, if you can prevent it, my dear sisters and brothers out there, please distance yourself. You need to protect yourself. It is your responsibility to protect yourself, because when you are not joyful, how can you help people? When you are not happy, it's difficult to give what you don't have. So distance yourself from all things that gives you vibe. I mean, bad vibes, sad emotions. Try as much as possible. If it is possible, distance yourself. And when it is not possible, that's the second tip. When it is not possible, look at the bright side of that sad situation. Lies in failures, or lies in failures. There are opportunities. I believe there are opportunities, but if you can look further, let us give us for us an example. Both of those who have uh, children with problem, maybe they have learning difficulty. Are they going to throw the children away? No. But guess what? Some people are now using that as an opportunity to serve, to volunteer. So lies in any difficulty we are going through, to be honest, there is always an opportunity to be happy. So look at the bright side of that situation. Look at the bright side of this situation. I do say most of what we are enjoying now came out of failures, risk, people taking risk, many mistakes, and but because they were not, those people they don't give up easily. They're able to think beyond their failures, and we are enjoying most of many inventions now that came out of failures and mistakes. So lies in any sad situation that you can't control and you can't even distance yourself from. Look for the bright side. Look at the bright side. Something will be there for you to be say, you know what? It could. I'm happy that this is happening because I'm able to bring something out of it. Tip number 4: saturate your environment with joyful memories. Like I said, there are many things that will sap our joy. But when you saturate your environment, like some people, they like flowers. Myself, I like flowers. I like my husband to buy me flowers. I've been telling him, I need flower. Of course, I can go to the market and buy it for myself. But you can imagine when your husband comes in with a bunch of beautiful flowers, you feel so good. So maybe some people like flowers. Some people, maybe the pictures of your kids, your grandkids, or your past achievements, plaques of past achievements. That you look at it, because we can't be happy every day. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes our mood is down and we just feel that emotion. But we need to know that feelings are fickle. So that's why, what are the things that can bubble out, that can bring the bubble out of yourself, out of you? So surround yourself with pictures. I carry the picture of my mom, in my wallet, my husband, and some key people in my life that has been that they've sown into my life, and I can't forget them in my life. So I carry their picture. Sometimes I just look at them and just smile. Like, I'm glad I meet these people. I'm glad my mom is alive. I'm glad I married the best man in the world. So saturate your environment with joyful memories. I'm sure you have joyful memories. There is nobody in this world that doesn't have any joyful memory. Tip number 5: keep gratitude journal and read them out when you feel sad emotions. You know, Today is life. So far you are alive, you are listening to me. It's something to be joyful about. So keep gratitude journals. Write them down. When things were so good, glorious, maybe you went out with your spouse, or with your kids, or with your colleagues at work, and you have nice time. You may think those things doesn't matter. It matters. You will need them one day. Keep gratitude journals. And when you are down, I love cards. I'm very sentimental. I'm very emotional as well. So most of my birthday card that people have given me, I kept it. Honestly, I kept most of my cards, and sometimes I just go into the box and just start reading it. So people give me a very wonderful cards, and they wrote inside. So I tend to read out what they wrote, and I read it to myself. To be honest, it's just amazing. The joy, the bubble, how my emotions suddenly change. So keep gratitude journal, and when needed, bring them out and read them. You'll be amazed. Honestly, try what I'm saying. You'll be amazed how your mood change quickly. Tip number 6: exercise regularly and make fun out of it. We can't overemphasize about exercising, of course, because of we say for healthy reason. There are many benefits of exercise, but the one I want to bring out that actually tally with what I'm discussing today, and I think I need to read it out because I wrote it. Say regular exercise, physical activities. Like myself, I love to walk, I love to dance, and sometimes when I'm dancing, I'm burning energy, and I'm burning some calories. So no matter what you're doing, as far as physical, even walking our house chore for we wives or women, doing your house chore, it's kind of like physical activity, and it's a kind of exercise as well. And one of the benefits of this is that it promotes the release of endorphins, as well as help relieve stress and promote healthy sleep pattern, which can all together we can work together to improve our mood. Sometimes I don't know what about you, but sometimes I wake up in the morning, I don't feel happy, because I don't know, I'm moody. But by the time I go out for a walk or I do something physical, that is an amazing I don't know. I'm not a science person. I'm an accountant, so I'm not medical, but I know some little things. And suddenly my mood changes, and I'm like, wow, what's going on? But it's because of that physical activity that released some endorphins in my body. So, friends, if you don't do exercise, I encourage you. I go for walk, I don't run, I go for walk. Some people love swimming. I wish I knew how to swim. I was not taught to swim. Maybe that will be a challenge I'm going to pick up sometime in the nearest future. Exercise regularly. And the last one that I would love to look at is look for ways to blessing others. You know, this I do on a regular basis. When I'm down, because I know my joy depends on me. I know nobody is responsible for my happiness. So when I'm down, I know it's because maybe I'm just looking into myself, me, I myself alone, and I've learned, and honestly, it's working for me to say, you know what, I'm gonna look outside myself and start thinking of people who needs my prayer, who needs my encouragement. And honestly, this works. It works wonder, because when we are there, it's just because we are thinking of ourselves, we are thinking of what is not working for us, what we don't have, but we tend to forget what we have, the good things we have. So one of another tips of creating that happy moment in your life, look for a way of blessing others. I'm telling you, it's just amazing, it's just glorious. So can I encourage us today? Your happiness depends on you. It doesn't depend on happiness. I mean happiness, sorry. It doesn't depend on happiness. It depends on you. You have to be conscious about it. And that's what I do almost every now and then. Yeah, that does not mean when I'm things are not going on in my life. Sometimes I'm just down when I remember what I'm still praying to God for. But I've learned that even when I'm down, I don't think straight, I don't think right, and it's not even good for my health. So I've learned through the years to say, you know what? I'm gonna be happy. Nothing can stop my joy. Nothing can stop my joy. And I do all these, I practice all these tips I've shared today. I'm very sure these will have helped some people. It will stand as a reminder, and to some people, it will be like, wow, I would try it. Honestly, give it a go. You deserve to be happy. It is your joy depends on you. It's not based on happiness. It's not based on material things. I remember when before I got married. I think when I got married, I'm going to be very very happy. Of course, I married my best friend, but guess what? There's still some hole in me, and I realized that no, 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 no. Marriage doesn't make you happy. In fact, it's hard work. But honestly, I'm enjoying my marriage. I'm not complaining. But I'm just saying that I thought when I get married, I will be happy. I will be happier. Yeah, that's the word I should use. But thank God for the man I married. I love my marriage, but things happen. But I know to be happy is not based on what is happening in my environment. I have to be conscious. I have to be intentional about my happiness, and you too can do that. I pray that the Lord will meet every one of us at our point of need. I pray the blessing of God upon our lives. I pray the Lord will sustain us, will uphold us in the name of Jesus. I received the grace for you to be able to do all what I've shared. It was not by power, but by the grace of God. Thank you so much for your love, for your likes, for tuning in every now and then. I really appreciate you, and God bless you. I think before I go, I have some few comments. Oh, Modukbe said there's always something to be happy about. Yes. Yeah, look, Alakunle said, look at the bright side of situations. Of course. Said, happy memories, super important, very important. And Modukbe said, wonderful tip. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for joining me. Till I come next week again with another beautiful topic. Stay happy. God bless.